Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Let's Build series. So we're currently a week into the series, and I've done a tiny bit of work since I've last been on. Most of it's been resource gathering, which has been kind of boring, so I haven't really been wanting to show off that sort of stuff. However, the building I have and the plans for the buildings I want to show off today. So that's mainly what this kind of update is going to be on. So you've seen that tent there. I've done a few more stuff. I've added another tent, put some logs down, and built a shed along with the two farms and the animal farms. Anyway, I'll skip over that stuff for now, and I want to get onto the main focus of this video. So right now we've seen the hill on which we'll be building the castle on. This is going to be one of 3 areas in which I'm going to be building. This will probably be the last place I build, so probably shouldn't have picked this place first to show. Anyway, so this is area 1. This is where the main kind of castle is going to go. However, over there, the mountains kind of end just over that hill. So the castle's probably going to spread out all over onto this mountain here. So this is the first kind of location. I've already put down some frames of where the castle, or some structures in the castle, are going to go. For example, a main gate, a main hall, and then everything over there still needs to be planned out and decided upon. But those are just kind of the basic ideas I put down anyway. So this is going to be location 1, and this is just next to our starter base. So I'll be right back with location 2 and 3. And this is location 2. So location 2 is just over the hill from the castle over there. And well, as you can see, location 2 is on a bay. So it comes in, it's a nice bay area. So this is either going to be a harbour or a port. I'm not really too sure what the difference is actually. Anyway, this is location 2. Probably going to spread out just behind those wooden pillars over there, and then, well, in this forest, that forest area there, into this plains biome here. It's going to be location 2, and that is probably going to be a port or a harbour. I'll have to look up the actual, maybe it's a dock actually. I'll figure it out. So we have this location here, and there is just the forest that we've seen. So they are fairly close together. So you should be able to see them all at some point. Anyway, so as you can see, we have these wooden pillars going around. That is planned to be the city walls, or walls of some sort, which are going to wrap around all the way to where those mountains over there finish. So this is location 2, and I'll show you location 3 now. And we are in location 3. So location 3 is just outside of what would be the city walls, situated in a plains biome. So we have the harbour over there, and we have the castle directly straight ahead, and the forest just beneath that. So we are what would be the main gate of the city. So we have these wooden pillars which go all the way around to the harbour, and out all the way onto the other edge of the mountains. So these wooden pillars are landmark areas which are going to be marking where the walls would be. So we have location 3, which is just outside of those walls, and this area is mainly going to be farmlands and maybe a few villages. I'm not too sure how big this area is gonna be. I know there is an ocean over there, and a river, or 2 rivers, which one over there which separates the savanna biome from the plains, and then another one which separates the plains from the forest biome. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to be building in all the plains biome, but it's a fair area to work with. How big the farmlands and the villages are going to be I don't intend to keep them, or I probably won't keep them or make them very big. I'll probably have very small ones dotted about the landscape. I may end up building another, maybe a smaller harbour connecting to the, I think that's to the north. Yeah, I think that's to the, yeah, that's to the north, I think. So this is going to be location 3. So inside of location 1, 2 and 3 over there is this giant area inside the wooden pillars. This is going to be the location for the city. Now, I don't really have any plans to build within the city, or to build the city at the moment, mainly because I don't have the tools necessary for it, and to clear out all of this area would take a very long time and be very time consuming. Maybe when I've completed either location, or either two locations of the 3, I will then move on to the city here. But for the moment, I don't really have any plans on building within this area because it is going to be very troublesome. So these are all the locations here, and then I will continue on with the video. So earlier on in the video, I mentioned that location 1 is probably going to be the last location to be built in. That's not going to be the case. I had to think over it, and I've laid out a plan on which order I'm going to be building these things in. So location 3, which is going to be the villages and the farmlands, is going to be the first location, mainly because I don't expect that location to take up a lot of resources, or rare resources, which are going to be time consuming to get, such as clay, hardened clay, terracotta, that sort of thing. Then location 2, or location 1, which is going to be the castle, is going to be the second location to be built in, and then when that is done, location 3. So location 3 I expect to take up the most resources and the most time, mainly because it's going to be the largest of the 3 things. The castle I expect will take up some time, however, compared to the harbour / docks, that is going to be very minuscule. And then after all that's done, maybe I'll do the city, maybe I'll do something else around all of these areas here. Maybe I'll build a church there, I don't know. Anyway, that's the plan that's been laid out for all of these locations here. Whether we stick to that plan, I don't know. Maybe not. I have a rough plan on which I'm going to be building these things, and I should be able to manage it. I shouldn't give up. I might not give up on the 2 weeks in. Anyway, I've enjoyed this. I'm enjoying this world so far, and I'm hoping that you are enjoying watching these update videos. I hope they're not too long or too boring or too annoying. I hope my voice isn't too annoying to listen to at the moment. Anyway, that is the second of the update videos. If you do like watching these, come back if you want, you know. There's no harm in it, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Anyway, that's me done, and I hope to see you all next time. Goodbye.